Well, I believe I made a mockery in the opening of what I was attempting to say when it came to the sales. It was bothering me all day, right? It was bugging me that I had said, I just didn't feel when I was hearing it come out of my mouth that I was clear. So, I want to make sure that I discuss the Ohio sale, how it's going to proceed, top to bottom, soup to nuts, and then open up the dialogue for the rest of the sales for sales season. Because that's the best way to do it, right? You know, just take all the information in that people are telling me. You know, I had some great insight, some great ideas given to me by some of our clients in regards to the Ohio sale. One of our clients, David, had put forward that there should be a tier system where people could buy in different tier groups. And you know what? I never thought about that till right now. As I was saying, you know, maybe we can make $50,000 partnerships for Ontario. It still is $500, right? And I want to make sure that everybody will be allowed to. So maybe as soon as I said it, that light went off in my head, having the conversation with David about the tier system where you could have a $25,000 partnership where people would have a $250 buy-in, a $500, a $700 or whatnot. That may be a better way to go also. I never thought about that. What is your take on that? Really what I'm getting at is, you know, would it be better to have a smaller, very small buy-in for some of the clients? Now, theoretically, when you're talking about a $25,000 partnership, you're talking about one or two horses, maybe three at the very most, that would make up that group. Likely two, now that I say it out loud, and you would have to be very picky with the two that you put in there. So, but is that something? At that point, though, really what we're still asking people is to help us fund the sales and buy the horses. It really doesn't matter if you have two horses in there, because you can add to your portfolio, so to speak, or you can sell one or both of the horses out of there if you'd like. So I guess my question to you was, how would you like to see it go for Ontario, for Lexington, for Harrisburg? You know, we do have keep in mind, we do have a number of clients out there that are bigger owners that are going to look at Lexington and say, you know, a Bomb Hugger or a 3-Point Blue Chip that we bought in Timonium. These horses are going to, we'll take bigger chunks of those at the sale. I don't need to buy into a partnership. And that's realistic and that's fair also. So I'm not, I want to make sure that we have the availability for our clients that only have a few $100s to put in, are able to get in. At the same time, being able to cater to people that want to put a lot more money in. I just want to make sure that there is a fair entry point for everybody at thestable.ca, because that is what the stable is all about. So this first sale in Ohio was really just a test run to see what worked, what didn't, how it felt. You know, was there animosity? Was there people left upset? And how do we rectify that, right? How do we fix that so that everybody's happy, at least right now? So I think that's where we're at with the Ohio sale. Now, the way that we did set up the Ohio sale, I thought was brilliant, and I liked what I saw from the projections from Eric. Did I just notice a nose pick in the back seat? Did I just see a nose pick?
No.
No? I'm going to go back and review this video, and there better not be a nose pick in this video. All right. So, the Ohio sale was put together, which what I thought was awesome. Can we expand from that? I don't know. So let's look at the Ohio sale. Again, it was vitally important that we allowed people to maneuver. When we made the groups last year, and I guess there's a couple of those groups that are getting down on horses, maybe we could dissolve the groups. I don't know how we could do that. I'd have to talk to Eric. It would be a little complex, but it would be, I'm sure it's doable. So that's something we can look into. So how would that look? I'm not sure yet. So back to the sale. How is the sale put together? It's very, very simple. We assume we're going to buy 10 to 15 horses and spend $250,000 US funds. So we put together a group of $250,000. We sold 75%, so 75 lots of the sale for $2,500 US each. Makes sense. That leaves 25%. We left 25% open. So 25% of every horse will be available after the sale. Now keep in mind, put yourself in my shoes. I have to have it so there's an incentive to buy before the sale. I understand from my point of view, trust, confidence, these things should be and could be enough, but maybe not. So how do we make an incentive to have people? Oh, okay, buddy. Thank you. What incentive can we use to entice people to buy in? And that's where the 72-hour rule came in. So for 72 hours after the sale, only the people that bought into the partnership will be able to buy into that remaining 25%. That leaves me in a difficult spot, because what happens if a horse is all sold out and people that are sitting there waiting for those 72 hours to go by, and there's nothing left? Now, obviously, we made it so that people could buy horses out of the private market. Every person that owns a lot will have 1% of every horse, so it only stands to reason there will be shares available. But is that good for everyone? And keep in mind, I'm trying to start down a path that makes it financially easier for me to do business. That's how it is. Because in the past, again, put yourself in my shoes. If I spend $800,000 at the sales in the fall, which I have, how do you fund those? How do you start the stable and fund those? Well, you have to, what's this guy doing here? What are we doing here? Who knows? You have to go out and hustle and work with farms to put horses in the sales. You have to make agreements to clients to help fund putting the horses in the barn. This is all very stressful, very complex, and very difficult. But at the same time, that was the job. That is what I had to do. So, and that is exactly what I did for everybody. Now, 5-6 years down the road, we've proven that we do a pretty good job. You know, we are in the final in New York. We are in the final in Pennsylvania. We have 2 in the final in Ohio, right? We have horses in the grassroots finals here, the Buckeye final there, the Stallion Series final in Pennsylvania. We have horses in the finals. We've done well all year, and we've worked our butts off to do that. So when I look forward for the sales every year, there shouldn't be that anxiousness, right? That you know, where's the antacids feeling when I'm going to the sales? So how do we do that? That is where the partnerships were born, right? The groups last year, you could see that was the fledgling, that was the first steps forward. I didn't like the biggest complaint for the groups where you can't get out once you're in. You're right, we're trying to do the best we can to rectify that, but it is difficult. From a logistical standpoint, it's difficult. So, how do we move forward? Eric came up with the partnerships idea. It was a great idea. I think it's worked very well so far heading into the Ohio sale. And again, if we can tweak that for the other sales, then that's exactly what we're going to do. So this video was more or less to explain exactly what the Ohio sale is going to look like. And then secondly, what would you like to see the other sales look like? Knowing now what we've done for Ohio and what we plan on doing for Ontario, Lexington, and Harrisburg, what would you like to see them look like? A tiered system where we have 25,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000? Is that something that suits the average person out there? When it comes to the Illinois sale, which I may be at. I'll definitely be there with my hand, and my hand will be there regardless. But I may be actually at the Illinois sale. We're not going to do a partnership for the Indiana, and Indiana's another one too. Probably, will we be there? No, every year there seems to be a stake race or another sale somewhere. I love Indiana. I'd love to get there, but it's unlikely that I can get there this year. I have to look at the calendar. But we have Illinois, Indiana, and the Goshen sale. If I'm there or I'm not there really doesn't matter for this video. We're not going to put together partnerships for those particular sales because they're a little more regional, they're smaller, and I don't actually know if I'm going to buy anything there. I looked through the entire Goshen sale book. Now, I didn't see all the videos because there's some that aren't posted, quite a few that aren't posted, but from the catalog, the videos, and the pedigrees that I saw, 2 horses I was interested in. I'm not going to say it on here, honey. Illinois, a number of horses I was interested in, but I don't see any videos anywhere. If you're out there, somewhere out there, and you can see how to watch Indiana sale videos for the first one coming up, which is the what do they call it? Land of Lincoln sale. It looks like Fox Valley Standardbreds are putting their own on, and then the other one, I haven't seen any videos for those horses. So interesting, but I don't really care about the videos if I'm in person looking at the horses. It'd be nice to look at them, but I plan and hope that I can go out to Illinois to the sale. There are some Ontario breds, oddly enough, but there is some Ontario breds in the Illinois sale. Plus, we weren't in Illinois the last year, maybe 2. I'd like to maybe get an Illinois bred for next year. So we have Illinois, Indiana, Goshen. But the sales we're referencing in this video are the Ontario sale, which is the Ontario Yearling Select sale, the online sale through Sealster Farms, right? I believe that's on Gate again this year. And then we'll also have the 2 biggest ones, which are Lexington and Harrisburg. How would you like to see those go? Would you like to be involved in them, and what would that look like? We already have the blueprint, the bare bones of the Ohio sale and how we put that partnership together. Let's expand on that. So that's what my opening was meant to do, was open a dialogue with you. This is a more direct route to do so. What would you like to see moving forward, Ontario, Lexington, and Harrisburg? I'll talk to you all very, very soon, I hope.